Hello, beautiful souls. It is Diane Lang, Wisdom of the Akashic. Thank you so much for coming and visiting the YouTube channel. I really hope that you're finding value in here and learning some good tips and tools for just managing life, for manifestation, for those of us experiencing the twin flame journey and all of that. And because I'm focusing this particular month on the twin flame journey, because of the information that was brought forward to me through the gateway, that has been that I entered into started on Friday night, Saturday, created the clearings. I just want to thank those of you that have stepped forward and are asking for clearings, because it's really growing and expanding. And so when we go in and we work on a particular issue, so if somebody's issue in a clearing comes up and it's they don't feel safe, or it's abandonment, or it's ego, or it's distance, or whatever it is. When that's cleared as a collective, we're taking that story and clearing it from the collective. And I thank all of you that are doing that. And so when we get to the end of the month and we see what all of that looks like, just know that you're part of something bigger. Just know that you're part of opening the doorway, the gateway, for yourself first and foremost, and then for other twins to follow. And this is where I believe that the work really truly does culminate, and it grows and grows, and that's where you get expansive growth and you get that kind of exponential growth. So thank you very much for all of that. What I'm going to talk about today, because it's to help some of you guys understand a little bit more about what it is that I'm doing, and also that why it's important to do the energy work. So I've been getting asked, what do you mean when you say that you're in the work and you're doing the work and you're taking it up into the fourth and fifth dimension? So the fourth dimension basically is the mental mind. So the third dimension is the physical. It's ourselves, it's our bodies, it's what's going on in our story, it's what we have, it's what we do in action and stuff like that. The fourth dimension is, where is your mindset? Where's your mindset? Are we in there cleaning the garbage up that's in there, sweeping out the shit, so to speak? And so if your mindset and your conscious mind is allowing you to energetically connect with things at a higher level, and that would be, for example, your intuition. It would be connecting with your twin. It would be those that feel telepathic. That's fifth dimensional energy, when you're in telepathy, when you're intuitive. That's the fifth dimensional energetic level, and that's where I do a lot of work, and I'm going to talk about it in a few different ways here right now. So I'm going to give you an example of being only in the fifth dimension, and that's why it's not going to serve you. And this came up earlier, so it's meant to come up again today, because I really want you to all learn that we can get very caught up, and especially when we're light workers and energy healers, and we can be what my teacher taught me, are you taking a spiritual bypass? And a spiritual bypass is saying that, I'm in the Zen energy and I'm being loving and kind, forgiving, and I'm doing my energy work, and I'm allowing and I'm calling forward all the stuff, but you don't do anything in the physical. That means that you're doing a spiritual bypass and you're expecting everything to just fall out of the sky. And I don't mean consciously expecting it. I just mean that, there has to be a combination of the physical. If the physical is that we go to work and we get a paycheck, that we do a coaching session and we get paid for it. The physical is you pick up the phone and you call somebody that you need to apologize to, or you open a doorway that you want to, or you express something from your heart. That's the physical. The fifth dimensional means that you're going into the energetic story. You're going into the etheric story. You're going to the place where your souls meet. And you have to be doing both. We have to be doing both. I specialize in clearing energy in the fifth dimension, but I do it on your behalf with your permission, and then I'm passing that on to you, writing you a little bit about the session, or if we're doing full angel communication sessions or the Akashic records, we get into it at a much deeper level. But it's about doing both. And because I specialized in this, because I have been doing this for a long time, because I'm very good at it, It's kind of like going to a good dentist. It's like going to a good hairdresser. We don't try to cut our own hair, and we don't try to pull out our own fillings. So sometimes people say, stay away from healers, stay away from readers, don't listen to them. I tell you to be discerning in who you go to, the same way you're not going to go to, you're not going to go to a foot doctor to have a gallbladder stone removed. So be discerning in who you go to. Feel like you connect with that person, but do other people have information for us? And can they tap into our story, and can they help us? Yes. If you're using it as a Bible, then your ego is very heavily involved. Using it as a Bible would be, for example, I was told that I was going to meet my twin this year in 2016. So, for example, and that he's a guy that is dark haired. Well, guess what you do? You just eliminated every medium light haired man. You just eliminated every gray haired man. And you know what? Those types of things are very specific. And so I personally I try to stay away from them, because if you want love in your life, you have to come into alignment with the essence of love in your life. You have to come in alignment with the essence of feeling union, of feeling in love, of expressing love, of being vulnerable to show love, of being vulnerable to let somebody in. It doesn't matter what color his goddamn hair is if you haven't found alignment with the energetic story of love. So it's very important that we do both. A spiritual bypass is I zen, I do my stuff, I keep doing us, I have such a positive attitude, but nothing really good is showing up in your life, because you're not taking the positive attitude and putting it into action and calling for somebody and saying, I want to talk to you. We had a wreck there recently, or my husband, my kid, my family, and I want to do something about this. I want to reach out to somebody that I haven't talked to for a long time, that maybe I've been holding on to some pain to, but they were a good friend. They were worth it, and I want to know how they're doing. So you take the Zen forgiveness and then you put it into action. You take the Zenness, I'm going to manifest money, I'm going to manifest money, I'm going to manifest money, and the universe goes, yes. What are you going to do about it? You have to have an energetic alignment with money for it to show up. But if you don't pick up the phone, if you don't make a video, if you don't run an ad, if you don't make a business card, if you don't tell people what you do, you're bypassing, this is the bypass part, you're bypassing part of your story, and you don't want to do that. You cannot keep an integral part of the puzzle out of the puzzle and then expect the story to be complete. So the fifth dimensional work is because I'm gifted in this, I can go into that story with permission on your behalf, with the option, and with inviting the twin or the twin to come forward if we haven't met them, the twin that we believe we're in union with. We invite them to come forward through free will to accept the energetic shifts and vibrational changes that we're making in the fifth dimensional story. And then you yourself have to go do the work. That part I can't do for you. That part a psychic can't do for you. That part another person can't do for you. And that part your twin even can't do for you. The more you come into energetic alignment and union with your twin, the more you're going to see the story unfold, where you really do pick up on each other's stuff, where you become very telepathic, where you hear 2 seconds or 12 seconds in advance that they're there or they're thinking about you, and then you get your message indicator, or you drive by them. I had an experience last Saturday. I had an amazing experience on Wednesday, and then I had another amazing experience yesterday. And I'm talking about this in terms, because we're going to be doing a radio show with a friend of mine, Medium Ashani, and we were just talking about it, and he's talking about, and part of it is the story that he's the one that brought me the story and said, you're going to teach twin information, and I poo-pooed him. I didn't even want to know about it. He's the gentleman that did that. You may have heard me talk about that. So we're going to do a radio show together. But while I'm talking to him, he's saying, Diane, I can feel your energy is so different than it was. We met in June of 2015. We started working together in July of 2016. We had 8-session coaching program or something like that we did together. He said, your energy is different. Your voice is different. You seem to be at peace with this relationship. You seem to be okay with the alignment without being in the physical. And I'm like, yes, da-da-da-da. And we're talking about it. And boom, beautiful man drives by. So are we pinging? I don't know. You guys decide. If you don't think that's a ping, then you define what pings are for you. But that's the energetic story. That's the balance between the physical and the etheric. That's the balance between taking the physical action, controlling the mental mind, and holy smokes, did that ever just go off? Yes, honey. And then etherically sending out the energy to get the full support of the universe, and sending the energy in love and kindness. And when I send you the invocations, if you sign up for the clearings, you know, I'm telling people that if you're in a really bad state, just do the clearing portion of because at the beginning of the invocation, I say, do this clearing. So you want to be clear before you call them in. Don't call them into a full closet full of junk. There's no place for them to fit. Call them in through your energetic story. Call them in when you're in a higher vibration. You need the clearing to get to the vibration, then do the clearing. If you feel like you entered the high vibration immediately, then follow up with the invocation. If you just need to get out of your shit, do the clearing only. And when you energetically feel vibratory with love and patience and appreciation and gratitude and those things, and say, I'm in a moment where I'm feeling this, then do the invocation to call in your twin. But don't call them in while you're taking out the garbage. You have to go get the garbage, put it outside, let it sit there. And it could be 5 minutes apart. It could be a day apart. I'm not going to tell you what to do because I'm trusting you and teaching you to follow your intuition. But they don't have to happen simultaneously. The energetic work I do when I call in both twins, everything is in simultaneous time, space, realities, and dimensions. So all of that's happening simultaneously, but use it in the way that it suits you. If you are feeling really great, get out that invocation and you say, do I say it out loud? And I mean, if you're in a place where you can say it out loud, say it out loud, because it's adding an energetic impact to the story. So if you're if you're saying your statements, and I clear this stuff and I'm letting you go and I'm releasing it and whatever, and I don't want, it's in the story, it's in the document. Say it, and say it with energetic, just put your body and your soul into it. I guarantee you, the universe, if they're having a little nap, you just woke them up. And if not, they're waiting for that, and they're saying, God, look how much intention they have in this right now. Look how much he's putting his heart into this. Look how much he's putting her soul into this. And so they're going to pay attention, and they're going to start paying and coming closer and coming closer, because they're saying you're asking for help when you invocate. That's what it is. You're calling in a higher authority to assist you. And I wrote, that's at the front of the invocation, actually. And so when you say your invitation and you call in your twin, you can say, I call in my twin, and I call in the divine love and union between us, and I am ready and I am open to receive him. Or you can go, hey, my love, I'm here. I'm open. I'm ready to receive you to receive you today. I'm calling you into my divine highest story. We are clearing away all of everything that's standing in divine. It's everything that's dividing us, it's separating us, is now being cleared and let go of. Choose what you want to do. But if you want to let the universe know that you're serious, wake them up with your voice. If you need to say it because there's people around you, or you're at work and you're just going to go and you have to, just make sure that you bring in at least feeling to the story. Use your third eye, use your intuition, and see the picture. See yourselves in union. See yourselves holding hands. See yourself cuddling beside each other. See yourself lying next to each other. See yourself in joy. See yourself resolving a conflict without drama. Whatever it is, let it feed your soul. Do it. If you would like to reach out to me for the actual invocations and the clearings, the link will be below. There's a specific offer I'm making for the month of August. I am not saying I am or am not extending it. I don't know, because I've been given this work to do, so this is what I'm doing. And energetically, I can guarantee you, and you can even see it probably in the videos, my vibration is rising from this work. Because when I go in, I'm in the collective with you, goddesses. I'm in this work with you. You know, it's not like, don't think of it as Diane did this for me. Just say, think of it as I went to a hairdresser and she gave me a smacking hot hairdo. But at the end of the day, she just went in and tweaked and cut the hair. But we go home and then we blow dry it and we straighten it and we scrunch it and we curl it and we create it from that point forward. That's your part in the story. So God bless. Thank you for coming to the Wisdom of the Akashics. Thank you for being a spiritual warrior and even looking at this twin soul story, because I was very much in resistance. And I'm sure glad I had somebody that coached me out of that. And so wisdomoftheakashics@gmail.com if you want to reach out for the clearings. The link to order them from, I've created a little website. It tells you a little bit about me. It tells you about the invocation, the clearings, and then the how to order one. And there's some testimonials. The testimonials are actually from the channel, but I've been getting some amazing things written to me in terms of the work. And I thank you for all of you that are writing back and letting me know the parts that resonated for you, and that you get that that's a part that you need to work on, and we hit it on the nail and all that type of stuff. So excuse me. God bless. Have a beautiful and fabulous day. Come into union with your own heart, and you will come into union with your highest story. Very, very cautious about making it too much about one thing. Because if we make it only about the twin, we're missing so many aspects of our lives that can open up as a result of this. God bless. Thank you. Have a blessed day. And we'll be talking to you again soon. Diane Lang, Wisdom of the Akashics.